Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, it's been a while. I promised you guys a bed story, so here it is. I'm sorry it's taking so long to do it. I haven't had time, to be honest, to actually sit down and record the video, but here I am. I've got time now, so yeah, let's dive right into it. The bed story of our little baby boy Zion. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, guys. Tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you so much, guys. And let's dive right in. On the 20th of September 2020, so I had this Braxton X. Normally, I get a lot of Braxton X, guys. And so that one was not special. I had a Braxton X, and I was like, oh, Braxton X, that was the beginning of this story. I said, Braxton X, oh, just, just feel that contraction in just one spot on your stomach, and that is it. So, 20th of September, I said to Franklin, like, tonight we must get it on. Like, my baby is due in 5 days, so anything I can do to help, I'm going to do to help. So that's what we did. So we got it done and on. And after that, around 2 o'clock in the morning, 21st of September, 2 o'clock in the morning, I had another Braxton X. I said, oh, Braxton X again in this same spot. Okay. And around 5 o'clock, it started becoming more Braxton X, more Braxton X, more Braxton X. I tell Franklin, babe, I'm having more Braxton X. And people was like, are you sure this is Braxton X? Are you sure you're not having contractions? I said, nah, it's not contractions, because all the books that we've read, the videos that we've listened to, the way contractions are meant to be felt is different. This one is just one spot, you know. Contractions is like they said, it's going to come from your back. It's going to be like pulled to your stomach. You feel it underneath like cramps. That was not what I was feeling. All I was feeling was one spot contractions, like Braxton X, which I've been having since I was 30 weeks pregnant. So that was, my mother was like, yeah. Anyway, even if it's contractions, it's first time mom, we're first child. It will take you like 24 hours, 12 hours, 24, whatever, 2 days, whatever. Because some people, that's how long it takes them before, everything happening. So we still have long to go. But so we thought. So around 5 o'clock, I started timing my contractions. I started timing it. But I called them. That was like, oh, I called maternity three. I said, I think I'm having contractions. They were like, okay, what's your timings? I gave them the timings that it's been. I literally did for like an hour. Timings that it's been. They were like, oh, you're so far apart right now. My thinking is not consistent. When it's consistent, I should call them and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, sorry, what? I said to my husband, if this is early stage contractions with the way I'm feeling, hey, I do not think I can do this. I said to him, me that I wanted no epidural, I wanted water birds, I wanted all this, I was like, babe, as soon as I get to the hospital, I am getting epidural. I cannot do this. This is too painful. This is the because to me, I thought I was far gone with the pain. Because I was like, this pain is too much. So I probably is like, I probably was far gone. And they told me, you're just starting. I said, gege. I said, babe, I cannot take this. This is too much. This is this is that. I said, okay. What did they say we should do when we are early, labor? And I went to go and have a shower. Maker's plug is intact. Nothing has come out. Water has not broken. Everything is still where it's meant to be. So I was like, okay. I went to shower. I showered. I didn't even get dressed. I just wrapped towel on my bed, stuff like that, and I sat on the bed. And I was just that's what I was doing. I didn't have, there's so many breathing techniques. I did not learn all that. Sorry, Ruth, send me all those videos. I did not, do it. But one thing I just kept doing was, and I was there. My husband was sleeping. Yeah. Because he has work. So, and he was like, it's still early on, so why should he stress himself? So he was sleeping. When it was 7 o'clock, I woke him up. I said, babe, let us go to the hospital. I don't think I can stay anymore. Like, I think my body's telling me to go. Even if they're going to send me back, yeah, I will still go to the hospital and let them just check it. Parking was just like, because they feel like first time now they will send you back. You probably maybe like, I was just praying in my mind that I hope I will be 4 centimeters already within, it's 5 to 7 within 2 hours. Hopefully I'll be 4 centimeters already. So maybe they will now let me stay because I'm already 4 centimeters, so they might let me stay. So I was like, yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Finger crossed. My husband got dressed, put the before that, self, when I called them at 5 and told me I'm far apart, they were like, do I should take paracetamol for the painkillers? We didn't have paracetamol in the house. My husband has to now drive to offline tent shop and go and get paracetamol for me. So at paracetamol. And yeah, basically back to our story. So I said, let us go. Once I got dressed, put the baby hospital bag inside the car, the cast inside the car, just in case, just have everything ready in case anything happened. So yeah, I said, babe, I'm getting epidural. My husband was like, you can do it, don't worry. You said you're gonna do this naturally, so you will be able to do it. All I wanted, excuse me, was gas and hair. So we got to the hospital. Obviously, with COVID-19, he couldn't come in, so he was outside. He was waiting for me, like, okay, they could just check me and then send me back. We did not even tell anybody. No, my parents did not know. His family did not know. Nobody knew at that time. We just went to the hospital. And there's no point telling people now. It's still very early. So we got to the hospital. They're like, okay, I should go and have my urine sample, blah, blah, blah. I went in there and as soon as I go to the toilet, I pulled down my underwear and there was my mucus plug, which was the bloody show. It was irritating. I found that irritating. I don't know why. It was just too slimy and it was a lot. And I was not wearing pad. But I did not even think about it that I should wear one in case my mucus plug, comes out. So but seeing that gave me a relief that we are on track to something great. So I take urine sample. I went in. I got in there. Told me to go into that room that somebody's going to come and check me and see how far apart I've dilated. And I got in. Let's just cut to the story. The lady came in and she now, put her beautiful hands into my vajayjay. So yeah, and while she was doing that, I was having contraction. She was like, oh, okay, she's going to hold her hand there while my contraction, goes by. I was like, sorry, what? I was having contraction. Your hand is inside me at the same time. Oh my God. How am I going to survive this? It was so uncomfortable, And for me, when I was having my contractions, I had to be sitting down on my forwards because I found lying back very painful. So lying back was already comfortable for me. Your hand inside, contraction at the same time. And the one was just, doing treasure hunting inside me, just passing her hands everywhere. I was like, what's taking this woman too long? And then she was like, checked again. I think you're 9 centimeters dilated. I was like, sorry, what? He said, yeah, I'm 9 centimeters dilated. I was like, I was stunned. I was astonished. And she said, yeah, where's my husband? I said, he's outside. I should tell him to come in, bring my stuff in. They told me to take me to the birthing suite straight away. She called the midwife that's going to be you know, that's going to be looking after me. So the midwife came down. They took me in. I was like, sorry, wait a minute. If I was at home, because these people told me to stay at home, that I'm far apart. I'm not that consistent yet. If I had listened and stayed at home, I probably would have had Zion at home. Because I said to myself, babe, let us go to the hospital. I want to come to the hospital. I told them I want to come get checked. So even if they have to send me back, it's fine. I want to just come get checked. My body was telling me to go. So I did. And they told me I was 9 centimeters apart. Dilated. So I got to the birthing suite around 9:15. They set me up, they strapped me up to this machine to be monitoring his heart, Zion's heart rate and stuff, and the contraction and stuff like that. So they're like, yeah, obviously the epidural was out of the way. I didn't even, because I'm already this far gone. So what can I do? So they just give me gas and hair. Well, my water birth, they put me in the room with that got water birth, but literally that was out of the way as well because it's going to take about an hour apparently for that to be set up. This. So I was on the bed on my fours trying to, all I was just having was just back pain. To be honest, I was not really having pain. Like, it was just my back was just hurting. When just uncomfortable, your back was just hurting. Like, help me to stretch my back. That was what I was having. So I was holding my back and just breathing. Holding my back and just breathing. That's what I was doing. And the lady was like, oh, it's going to be about 2 hours for me to get to 10 centimeters. So they're going to leave me for 2 hours, and she's going to come back. I got there around 9:10 into the betting suite. They're going to come back in 2 hours time to see how far gone, if I'm 10 centimeters yet. And because my water has not broken, so they have time. I said okay. So I was there waiting, and when it was around 10 past 10, she came in. And then she saw that okay, she couldn't get Zion's heart rate properly anymore. She was like, okay, she's gonna put this thing inside me, and she's gonna put it on the baby's head, the baby to get the baby's reading from there and stuff like that. So I said okay, and my water was still intact around this time, so I opened up for her to do that. And as soon as I did that, my water broke. Literally. And my water just broke there and there. And she was like, wow, okay, my water is broken. So obviously, I need to get things moving. So she put that thing on Zion's head. And she was like, honey, after I have contractions, I should start pushing, stuff like that. So, and me, my biggest fear, or my biggest thing that I was having in my head was, I do not want to have a pull while pushing. I do not want that. And I just kept feeling like having a pull. So every time she tell me to push, I will do like a shallow push, like because I was just scared that if I do a big one, I am going to shit. So I was just not doing it properly. But she was like, okay, I go again, contraction come, and then I will do that shallow one. And literally, because I was like, if I'm trying to do that long one, I feel like I was going to pass out because of how long you have to, if you want to just get it done over and done with, how long you have to hold your breath for while pushing. And I said, okay. I did one big hold my breath. I feel like I was going to pass out. I just continued. It was like, oh, well, good. She has baby's head. I said, great. One was great. But then guess what? Baby went back. I don't know that it could happen, that baby might go back as well, but I should just keep going. Maybe Zion went back inside again. I said, wait, see, after this one push. So, and then for some reason, this is the one thing that scared me when I was having a baby. There was this coldness that came from nowhere. I was cold, I was shivering. I was shivering to the point that they covered me with 3 hospital blankets. I was still cold. They covered my leg. She was using her hand, rubbing her together, pushing it on me to give me body heat. I was cold. I was shivering. I was scared. I was having so many bad thoughts in my head at that time. My husband knew what was going on. I was thinking, am I going to die? Guys, my husband was looking at me. He knew what I was thinking about, because when I asked him afterwards, he was like, yeah. I was so cold. He was looking at me, trying to calm me down, keep me warm, all those things, covering me up with. They just bringing more blankets to cover me up. I was shivering, and I still had to push, So I was just like, God. I was praying in my mind. I was just singing this song in my head. God, I was like, nah, nothing must happen. I must see my child. I must see my baby, and I continued pushing. After 2 more pushes, Zion came out. Zion came out. I was like, oh my God. That moment was one of the most beautiful moments I will never forget. I was there, and they took him out. They put him on my chest. It was just so precious. It was so tiny. It was so white. I was like, hey. His hair was full. I was just looking at him. I was just trying to look at every part of him. And I was still very cold. To God be the glory, I didn't have any tear, nothing. I didn't have any stitches. And me and Zion was there. I was cold. I was shivering, but I was happy to hold my baby in my arms, And yeah, they just did everything that they need to do to literally to know how quick this thing was. You know what, the hospital badge? I did not get one until after I gave birth. They did not have time to go and do the system and put. I got there 9 o'clock. At 9:10, I was in bed suite. At 10:50, I gave birth to Zion. That was how quick it was. Literally, I was just like, wow. If I had stayed home, Zion would be a home birth. And this was not the plan. So you can imagine. So one thing I would say is, like, listen to your body. If you are feeling one way, one can just go in. It doesn't hurt to go in. They're not going to do anything. What they can do is send you back. So just go in. So yeah, everything happened an hour 15 minutes from me getting to the maternity suite and giving birth. An hour 15 minutes. That's how quick everything was, and I was just super happy. I was still shaking and cold for 24 hours. I got home, I was cold. I was extremely cold. My parents were just like, hot. I was just drinking hot drinks, obviously, which was what I was going to do after bed. All drinks. I was wearing hoodie, joggers, blanket. I was just shaking, you know. But to God be the glory. Everything happened. So you can how quickly that betting and everything was. I had bloodshot eyes. Zion also had bloodshot eyes. They said it's because of the shock. My body just went straight into birth. Like there wasn't time for you to get used to it or something like that. So my body just went straight into that, shock, and adrenaline as well is rushing, which could be the reason why I'm shaking, everything like that. So yeah, we had another issue with breastfeeding, with me having a flat nipple, and that story for another time. But that is Zion's birth story. I had him in an hour 50 minutes. I started contraction around 5 o'clock. I left home. I went to the hospital. I got there for 9 o'clock. Told me I was 9 centimeters dilated. I go into the birthing suite straight away. Bye bye, epidural. Bye bye, water birth. And an hour 50 minutes, Zion was born. And at 4 o'clock, we were discharged. We went back home. I did not even go to the post birthing ward or whatever they guys call it. I was sent home because I was fine. Zion was fine. And we know with COVID-19, they wouldn't want to keep you in there unnecessarily if they don't have to. So everything just happened according to God's, wish for us. So I was super happy. I was just blessed. And one thing, guys, when Zion was born, his placenta was knotted. I'll try and put a picture up here. Zion's placenta was knotted, so you can imagine him having low pape, amniotic bands, and then knotted placenta, which is going to be stopping nutrients and oxygen flow to him. Because they were like, it's 1 in 2,000 babies that actually get knotted placenta or something like that. I'll get the actual figure here. So, yes. So it was placenta was knotted. I was just like, God just literally kept this child. He just kept him inside me because that's all I can say. It was amazing. You know, at in his pregnancy, it was a miracle. At his birth, it was a miracle. It was just like a miracle child, my miracle baby. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed listening, and thank you so much for following up my story from my pregnancy all the way to birth. And I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to comment if you want to ask any questions, or just feel free to share anything you want to share. Subscribe to my channel, and I will be sharing more videos and more tips about my breastfeeding, having flat nipple, how I was able to deal with that, being an exclusive pumping mother, and I was able to make it like a freezer stash within a month and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. And I love you guys so much, and God bless you. Bye bye.